Oh man, laughing so much I'm getting a head cold. Let's move on to the next
right.
video.
That's a good call.
IK Multimedia. This is like a Jimi Hendrix suite of guitar effects and amps.
Amplitube 2 Jimi Hendrix Edition is powered by Amplitube 2, which is a complete guitar amp and effects rig, and one of the leading plugins for this, and has spawned several different plugins that are powered by that technology. One of them is Ampeg SVX for bass, and now we have Amplitube 2 Jimi Hendrix Edition. And what it is essentially is an incredible vintage collection of gear. We modeled the rig of Jimi Hendrix and did this in cooperation with the Hendrix Foundation, and went to great lengths to bring the incredibly desirable and collectible elements of his rig, which happen to include Marshall amps. If you take a look over here, I'll tell you about some of the gear that's inside. You have Marshall amps, and then, models of Marshall, Fender, Brown Face, Silver. So you have a variety of different amps that Jimmy used. And then the stomp section, there's an incredible range of really desirable effects. The model of a fuzz face, the Mossrite Fuzzrite, a model of a Maestro Fuzz Tone, which some of you may know is also the sound that the Rolling Stones used for Satisfaction. This is a model of a Univibe. This pedal is $1,800 in the store. I kind of wanted one, and I can't afford that, but Jimi Hendrix, the model of the Vox Wah. And these are all really, it's you know, the best way to look at this plugin really is a collection. It's both the way to get the Jimi Hendrix sound as well as any sound using these effects and amplifiers. So anyway, here we have a demonstration if you want to hear it.
See, I don't know if I like it so much. For some reason, the guitar sounds all like distorted. It's weird.
This is the best best sounds you're gonna find as far as distortion, I think, on a computer.
You know, one of my favorite guitarists, as with probably most guitarists, is Jimi Hendrix.
Of course.
And this is a great way to get some of those tones. I mean, not necessarily if you want to emulate, but you can use. you can use the same tools, or just like emulations of the same tools, which isn't perfect, but I think this is kind of a cool product. Even though, you know, I prefer miking up an amplifier. Not everyone can do that.
I mean, considering the fact that it's all being done inside of a computer with zeros and ones and digital this and all that, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it doesn't compare to a full Marshall half stack that's cranked, you know, with all those pedals.
Or 3 as
you know.
as Jimi Hendrix used to use.
Well, sure, you know, and but I mean, for basically a plug-in that you can just pull up and mess around with to get those sounds, or experiment with those sounds, it's pretty good.
Yeah, out of all of the VST or you know, whatever plug-in amp simulators, I believe IK Multimedia's Amplitube is one I would probably use in front of probably all of them.
I agree. And distortion is one of those things when you're using like VST distortions and stuff like that. A lot of them, basically any distortion on a computer, it just doesn't sound the same. But with the guitar rig and all that, I mean, it's really good. And beyond guitars too, basses, keyboards, anything, drums that you want to distort, you can run through there, and it actually sounds pretty cool. So,
yeah. And did I say Amplitude before? I think I did.
Yeah.
Cut that out. All right.